something like a higher calling. There's just no place.
We have Musiq in the house today, as well as Willie Hen. How's everybody doing today?
Coolin', man. Coolin', man. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Good. So what's been going on with you, Musiq? What have you been working on? How you been?
Too much and not enough, you know. Working on new music, coming really soon. New album coming out in September. Just dropped 2 singles, Simple Things and Start Over. I'm gonna be dropping like a few other ones. I'm gonna be dropping videos. I'm gonna be dropping like a whole lot of music. Of course, I've been working on, trying to get people to know more about Willie.
Right.
He all over the album.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, no. I speaking of Willie, I had a chance to actually listen to the record, 13 Roses.
13 Roses, yeah.
Yeah, and that, man, I'm telling you, it's probably.
Sweet, right? Yeah.
It's probably, it's like unique. It's something about you're from you're from Decatur, right?
Decatur, Georgia.
Decatur, Georgia. It's something about the east side of Atlanta that's just it's different. It's bubbling. It's like unique from what's happening in the north. It's different from what you hear down in the south side. You got your Roys, you got your Childish Gambinos, and now we got you.
That's what's up, man. Good class.
Tell me a little bit about that sound and how you came about this song.
Well, I listen to a lot of Prince and I listen to a lot of Andre. So I mean, and then coming up in the church, I mean, I drum. I'm a drummer in the church. They still got me on payroll. I ain't there. But yeah, man. So coming up in that gumbo of just, you know, musical influence. I mean, it was nothing but doing that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but making the music and the sound that I come up with.
What I'm from the east side too. What high school did you go to?
Man, I was a little troublemaker in the middle of the barn going on in that, and I had that idea. I went to my producer and told him the idea. He had a full beat.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, this beat been cold sitting for like 4 or 5 years. I just couldn't find nobody to get on it and rip it. He was like, if you want it, you can have it.
And you know what's
that's how it came to be.
You know what's so great about that? You are from Philly. What brought you to Atlanta?
Cool. It was the energy.
Yeah.
Because I've been back and forth from Philly to Atlanta for a few years prior to me moving, and the energy kind of reminded me of a certain time in Philadelphia. Yeah. When the whole neo soul era was being cultivated. It kind of had that similar, not same, but it was kind of similar.
Yeah. Where
it was like a whole bunch of creative people, a bunch of artists just doing a whole bunch of stuff, and they just started connecting, you know, indirectly. Like I don't think it was a whole lot of people really getting up with a whole lot of people. It just so happened like there ain't but too many places to go and do stuff that you eventually just start linking up with people, you know, just by, you know, it just happened that way.
Yeah.
You know, and you got a lot of people, you know, they just have real time for getting their stuff out. Right. You know, I never met a place that had so many studios.
Yeah.
You know, places like 80 of them. It was mad unassuming. Like, you roll up at somebody's crib, you're like, yo, I thought we was going to the studio. Yeah. And you go to their crib, it's like, oh, it's a full out studio in there. You know, because I'm used to going to studios that's like it's somebody rented out a building, there's floors, there's levels to it. Somebody's basement, somebody's living room, somebody's kitchen, you know, somebody's bedroom, like they didn't converted it into a studio. And it's like a fully functional studio.
Yeah.
You know, so that with just that whole, you know, the camaraderie of people working with people and people know people, you can link up with people through people. Like it's just it's like that whole thing going on. People call it, you know, that Black Hollywood thing, the whole the new wave, you know, and then Atlanta was just the South mostly, but particularly Atlanta was just taking over.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily by force. It's just that you just can't get around it. Like you know this is fresh. Like, you know, you want to be a part of this.
Yeah, like one of the things, I mean, like I guess like the business of entertainment is starting to develop in the city as well.
Right.
Do you think that played a part in you bringing Willie on? Like,
well, no, that didn't necessarily.
That didn't play a part.
Nah,
the music was
Nah, he was just dope.
Yeah, he is dope.
And I like associating myself with people who are on a level, on a wave that is unique to them.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a whole lot of, you know, copycats.
Yeah.
So to speak. There's a lot of people out there that's doing stuff that he's trying to be a better number two.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you get from Willie's music. Willie is actually it's like he's not following the formula of what Atlanta is known for. He's actually going after even literally he doesn't sound like Atlanta. He sounds like he's a combination of
he just sounds like him.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And I gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
I gravitate towards individuality.
Uniqueness, that's the word.
I gravitate towards people who got their own thing. They got their own identity. I gravitate towards that because it's something you don't get all the time. It's rare. It's valuable.
Yeah.
So when you pair that with a person who's wide open and receptive and willing to, you know, soak up the game, because I've accumulated a lot of information, you know, in the time that I've been in the game, and I love passing it on to people, but everybody is not that receptive. I have a history of, you know, of a trail of people that I tried to help out, but they never see the light of day because they're hard headed.
Right.
You know, I try to sugarcoat it. I try to make it about other things. Maybe they're just not ready yet, or blah blah blah. Nah, they're just hard headed.
Yeah.
Because anytime that you're faced with information, anytime you're faced with somebody trying to help you out and put you on game and give you the tools and the tricks of the trade and the cheat codes, and you like, nah, I'm gonna go the other way.
Yeah.
Like, bro, then you don't, what do you want? Then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So every time I came to him, and it's not like I ever try to tell nobody what to do. I just provide them with the information that I know they haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, yo, you know, here's some, you know, you might want to use this, blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, okay, cool, I'll take that into consideration pretty much in his own way. And he does it and it works out, you know?
Right. So it's not like you're instructing them at all.
Person,
like
a person like Will, you don't tell him what to do.
Right.
You just help him be him.
And that kind of brings me to one of the staples of your career, I guess is for me, is you came up under, or from an executive standpoint, you came up under the Leo Cohens and the Kevin Lyles and Def Jams, the Julies, Greenwalls and whatnot at Atlantic. Do you feel like you learned something from them that you might be able to infuse in your own label and in the own business, in your own business?
That's a complicated question because I have a love-hate relationship with the establishment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which is well known.
Got it. And that's understandable too.
But I still respect them. Like I still see, you know, Kevin Lyles every now and again, maybe not as much as I used to, but even then, like I would see him and I would tell him, you know, I would speak my mind, and you know, I had a lot of opinions about a lot of things. However, I was very receptive, and I was, you know, I was a team player. So I went along with a lot of things. Like a lot of people don't know, and I would say this in my interviews. A lot of people don't know. Like I would just go along with a lot of stuff because the majority of the people that I was dealing with was saying like that was the move, and I would be the eyeball out. Like I don't know, like I see it differently, but at the same time, I don't know everything. And with the decision that I make, it affects everybody. So I'll go along with it, and you know, it was hit or miss depending on what it was or whatever. So when I say it's a complicated question, I didn't learn necessarily a lot directly from those people, but I learned a lot by being around those people and being on the receiving end of decisions that were made by them. So yes and no.
Because now I guess the trend is to be in an independent space. The music the music industry has changed so much. We got a lot of
because there's access to so much information. There's access to so many, you know, so much resource. You know, like the only reason why you would want to sign with a major label is if you're already like established, you already have a following, you already have, you know, you're already a made brand, and you're just trying to connect with another brand, you know, that can take you to the next level. All of this ground level stuff, like don't nobody got time or no bread to develop no artists. You know, I actually came in a time where artist development, like, it wasn't really no artist development. You know, like there was a semblance of it, you know, but it wasn't really nobody developed me. I had a lot of people in my head, a lot of people in my ear giving me ideas, and I either chose to go with it or not. Right. But it was no artisan. My timeline was super fast. It was super quick. I ain't have time to to catch my breath in a lot of ways. But if I didn't come from that already pace of being in Philly and you know, struggling and having to figure things out day by day, being on the streets, and you don't know where the next thing is going to come from. You got to figure it out that day in those 24 hours. Like you got to figure it out. Right. So I was always ready. I was always down to go. It was always go from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. I just transferred that mentality to the music game. Yeah. And it kind of threw a lot of people off because there was a lot of people that didn't expect for me to last that long. Personally, I didn't even think I was going to last that long because it was a lot of stuff I just wasn't cool with. Yeah. But I'm the kind of person.
Was it the business that was kind of like that?
Yeah, there's a lot of craziness that was going on. Stuff that just didn't make any sense. Right. And whenever you would speak up, just out of logic and intelligence, people will be like, it's just what it is. Like, dude. Yeah. Okay, I'm not trying to, come in and rewrite the book or whatever, tell nobody what to do. All I'm saying is just leave me out of it. Right. I won't run y'all game, cool. Just leave me out of it.
Yeah. So with Willie, what you having that knowledge, Willie, what have you learned from being around Musiq and having him share these experiences with you?
Just really just being careful, man, because he'll tell me. You know what I'm saying? He's told me, he's giving me the real. Yeah. And so, you go into it just being a lot more careful after you hear some of the things that he's told me. And that's business all the way down to recording. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I've learned just watching him record, man, and watching him give my my engineers hell. But he's precise, man, and I've had to learn that myself with recording.
Yeah, we got Chef Jayon in here cooking up, man.
I don't know how long this interview is going to be.
I'm gonna try to wrap it up so we can get to some grub. I got a couple more questions.
Oh no, you got time.
Got a couple of questions, and then we wrap it up. I want to get back to 13 Roses. Yeah. Like I said, man, if you haven't heard it, I think everybody should take a moment out of their time and actually listen to this record, because Willie is doing something unique with the music. He's actually creating like a cinematic piece. Tell me about your process, how you came up with that, with the concept in the album.
It definitely was some true story situations.
Okay. So here's what happened, right? This is girl, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it definitely was a true story. Yeah, Promise Rose. I mean, that's Rose. Real life right there.
And then it's funny too, because everybody had a Wendy too. So
see, but that's the thing, and that's what I really wanted to portray. Like,
he really checked it out.
Yeah, he really checked it out. Some people they'll interview. They listen to the first half of the first song,
and they know how to call off titles, but they didn't really listen.
But you know what? I mean, if you can, like, there aren't many concept albums today. And
right.
That is what's unique about your album. It needs to be.
That's why I go so hard for him, because I know like it's so much dope stuff out there that will never see the light of day because there's just no support. You know what I'm saying? And people, and not because people don't care, but people don't know. I'm pretty much to myself because I'm not here for all of that. Yeah. I'm here to put the music out, and I hope that it affects your life in a positive way. Yeah. I know I gotta talk, I know I gotta take pictures, I know I gotta meet people. Yeah. I get it, don't get me wrong, but that's just not the type of person that I am. So I do what I gotta do as far as that's concerned. Yeah. So then I figure like, if everybody wants me to do so much, they want to pay attention to me, they want to talk to me or whatever, okay, cool. Let me bring somebody along that can use the attention. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? You looking at me, you looking at me, okay, now look at him.
And you know what? He deserves it.
Yeah.
It's not like, like you just bring somebody.
Nah. He a person I can really use. Yeah, man, nah. That helps, bro. It helps, man. And I think it helps even more when it comes from a person who ain't all out there all the time, because the person is all out there all the time saying a whole bunch of crap. You don't know what's valuable and what's really not worth your time. Right. Because it's just attention. But when you're a person that, you do have a platform, people know you, they respect your opinion, your point of view on stuff, and then you bring, you know what, I don't really do this, but I think you might want to pay attention to this person over there.
Exactly.
You know, like it means more.
So I mean, I guess my next question: what's next for Willie?
Yeah, man, I was blessed to be able to turn that into a movie, man.
Yeah, man.
Full length.
Feature film. Yeah.
Feature film.
You gotta understand that that's actually a loaded statement.
Yeah.
It's not just your run of the mill regular movie.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's a movie just by default and technicalities because of the details that make it the type of project that it is.
Right.
It's a art piece. It's a piece of art. That's what it really is. You got to do it to feed the culture, and I think that's what's missing nowadays. A lot of people do too much for looks and likes. Like once the looks and likes go away, like what did you leave behind that's going to feed somebody else so that they can be inspired to take the thing, forward. If you notice, all the people that we holler that we inspire with myself and him and other people like us, it's always people that gave us enough so that we can eat off of it, we can consume it, and then we can regurgitate it and then put our version of it out there so that the next person looking up or the next up can have something to feed off of. Like how they going to grow and take it to the next level if they don't have nothing to work with, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's really important that you feed the culture. And I think what he's doing is so huge because it's beyond just rap. Like he got bars forever, man. He has a lot to say in the way of his presentation of his artistry. Yeah. And it ain't to downplay nobody else. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff. There's room for everything, but it's got to be room for everything. Yeah. You can't just support the stuff that you want, and then you see somebody else actually contributing in a dope way, but you don't support it because it don't look like or sound like what you used to or whatever.
You need to teach a class.
I don't know what you mean, man. They just want me to sing. I don't hear me talk. They just want to hear me sing. I promise you. They just want me to. The levels are the levels. You know what I'm saying? When you tap into something, it's just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if you tell somebody to make a pizza, for instance, I think I'm hungry and good food. If you ask somebody to make a pizza is just it's the same basic ingredients, but everybody gonna do it their own way or whatever. But there's always going to be the similarities because it's the same basic ingredients. So when what you hear, it's not people trying to be like, because there are people out there who are trying to be like people and they just want to ride off of that. I don't understand that, but God bless you. That's your thing. No judgment, no hate, whatever. However, when you got people that's aspiring towards something, it's only inevitable that you're going to be riding down the same roads that they was riding down. So you're going to look like and sound like that person because that's the road that it takes to get to where they're trying to get to. Doesn't matter who it is, and you can go down in history, you know what I'm saying, of people sounding like people, but that's not what they were trying to do. It's just that's what it takes in order to get to that level. So you're going to hear the influences, you know what I'm saying? But all that does is put you in good company of the people that was aspiring towards the same thing. It only confirms what you're doing, that's what you should be doing because that's what works. That's what resonates with people. That's what's going to give people that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Can you I'm sorry, Willie, can you tell us a little bit about the film and when we can see it or where we can see it?
Yeah, July 27th. That's when it premieres at the Plaza Theater. Okay. Over there on Ponce, right there next to Urban Outfitters for my Atlanta people. Okay. Tickets are on sale now at williehen.com. It was shot by Mike from My Photos. Mike. Amazing creative. Yeah. And it also stars Kenny Nicole and Sparrow, and they're sisters, but they're great. But I had them play Wendy and Pearl, and they're actually real sisters in real life. So it kind of got serious at certain points. They were like, "Hold on, bro." So that's how you do it? Because it's funny. I did a film with the Hustle. And
so that's really funny.
And I had them as the lead girls.
So it's a whole connection thing. So
it's weird, but it's like they sat me down like, bro, so I know how your mind works. Are you on some crazy stuff and you kind of got us in your little fantasy? I'm like, nah, man, ain't nothing like that.
It's acting,
for them to be the actors or the actresses and to be the hit like that, like, whoa, like this is really starting to have us look at each other like, wait a minute. For it to hit them, I know it's gonna hit the people. Yeah. They're gonna really receive it.
So it was a natural transition from going to music into film. It was inevitable, I guess, with working on the Hustle.
See what y'all don't know about this. brother. You know what I'm saying? Another word. Over here. This dude is a character.
Okay.
That's what y'all don't know.
Okay.
Where you think these bars come from, man?
Yeah.
He's just huge, man. Yeah. I know he a little dude, little skinny dude from Atlanta, but his spirit, his creative spirit, like I told him, and it's no joke, and I don't mean to be putting nobody on. Like, this dude is my spirit animal.
Okay.
I told him to his face, and I mean it, because what his potential is this like there's no upward limit to his potential.
Yeah.
Like it's and I can't wait for people to see what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And what I still see in him every day. Like when we work together, it's crazy, man. Like and for it to come out like so effortless, it's like, oh word, that's what you on today? Yeah. You just okay. Yeah. You know how hard that is for a lot of people. It's like, hey man, yeah. Every day, man. You know, so man. People like that, you just gotta, you guys just gotta put gas in their tank so that they can go further, man.
Well, guys, I can talk to you for the rest of the night, but I know you guys got other work to do.
We got that food to eat.
That food to eat.
Bro, I came around to show it.
Yeah. Chef came out, was like, yeah. Slate, whatever. No, that's at the beginning. My bad.
But I appreciate y'all.
Nah, thank you, man. Thank you.
Talk about the process.
Nah, I appreciate your time.
I hope to see more of you in the future, man.
July 27th.
Yeah.
Come see us, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, and Musiq, your album's coming out
September.
Okay.
I already released two singles. Simple Things and Start Over. They're on iTunes, wherever other platform.
Okay.
That you can. The videos are coming out soon. I'm in the middle of the editing process of that right now.
Okay.
And I'm just going, like I said, just remember that I said I'm gonna put out a lot of work.
I believe it, man.
And I'm looking for a lot of work.
I'm looking for. I'll pay for music.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
I love music.
Right.
I appreciate it. I mean, it doesn't really matter, nowadays. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you buy it or don't buy it, as long as you get it and you feel it. However, the hustle part of me is like, please buy it.
Yeah. That's what we at.
I gotta eat. My babies to feed.
What can we find you on your social medias?
Mine's Musiq Soulchild all around.
Musiq Soulchild.
At Willie Hen, WILLIEHYN, WillieHen.com. Soon as you go to the site, that movie link gonna pop right up. Buy your ticket for the movie. Oh yeah, Lil Baby the single is out as well. Shout out to Jay Reed, the producer. Chevy Music. Go get Lil Baby everywhere. Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, all that stuff.
Everywhere.
All right.
You ask me, do I think I'll ever see her again? And nah, I don't think I will. Any other questions? Any other questions?